another thing I was wondering was, okay, I mean, as helpful as such spaces probably are, they come with a cost, right?
Of course.
It's in the end a business. So yeah, is that then something that you can somehow leverage across different budgets, or is it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I can tell you that this thing of like, how do we really live in our space? How do we? I was on a podcast a couple of years ago from a program in Brazil, and they were asking me exactly the same thing. They're saying, like, all of our listeners, nobody's got any money to anything with this, and I said, yeah, of course. But then the first thing that most people should be looking at as everything that they have, they probably need to throw half of that stuff out. So it's not about, buying more things or bringing in more things. It's just most of the times it's decluttering.
Yeah.
And it's getting rid of things that really, we don't need, don't serve any purpose. Once we start to declutter, we start having, a broader vision of our space. I love working with, any type of size of space, but when you have a small space, the first thing you need to sort of try to do is how am I going to amplify my visual perception of that space, So decluttering definitely has to be one of those first things, and just placing things in a way that gives us more space. And then, there's other things like, so if you just want to simply change what you already have, just think about, if it's a rainy Saturday in the middle of the winter and you don't want to go out, what do you do that brings you comfort, brings you joy? Is it reading a book? Is it watching TV? Is it listening to music? Is it taking care of your houseplants? Start from that. Is it cooking? Is it, so many different things when we think about what brings us joy. And then start from there. It doesn't have to be about having to buy other things. And then just build up on top of that. So, having, like an amazing plant. There's an amazing exercise to be done, which is like when you wake up in the morning, take care of a living thing. So for those of us who don't have cats and dogs or other pets, it can be a houseplant, it can be an orchid, it can be, something like that, taking care of that first thing in the morning. Just that alone brings just a little bit of connectedness to start our day. So there's so many there's lots of many simple things. I think the issue is that we're all just so overloaded with so many things on social media, on, everything, of so many things to buy. And this is the look this year, and this is this thing, and look at this house, and look at this place, and look at that. And I want that. And I'd love my house to look like that. And I want this, and I want that. We don't talk about how we feel in these spaces rather than how, we look at them. So there's always, many things too.
That's so beautiful what you just said.
Thank you.